Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm going to go over the September 24 update maintenance and the kit reveal for Khun Aguero. I'm not going to cover the dev notes in this video because for some reason they've not released the English version yet, and going off of the automatically translated one is not the best. So I'm only going to briefly mention that for Khun Aguero and Khun Edahn, but that's about it. We're not going to mention anything else that is being discussed in the dev notes. Once they release the English version, I will obviously make a video about it, but not now. So let's have a quick look at the update maintenance, and then we will go through the kit reveal for Khun Aguero. We're going to skip through the reward and the other miscellaneous stuff. The new teammates, as we already know, are SSR plus Khun Aguero. For some reason, they removed the Aguero part, but okay. It's just going to create confusion now, I think. And then we have XSR plus Khun Edahn. So no surprises there. We have 5 new floors, as usual. We have some events related to Autumn and to the Khun versus Ari family. So those events are going to be in there. And in the Autumn one, I think they should give us on day 7 SSR Plus chest, or at least they said so. So we'll see. It could be a nice addition, a free SSR Plus for anyone. Then we have the Guardian Road Pre-Season 2. Looking forward to that because they will add schematics to it from what I understood. So it could be good. Then we have the Clear Mission for Adventure, whatever, the usual. We have the Trial missions and the Trial for the new teammate. Okay, the Boost mission, fine. Tap Tap Plus, Data Tower, Even More a Pocket. We have the Alliance Fleet Battle Season 4. Okay. And we have some event boss battle, some weekend challenges with new bosses, okay. We have the full moon, surprise mission, point collection, the exchange shop, etc. Okay, all of those new events, we'll see what they're going to be. Then we have the Tower Fun Run Season 7. Hopefully this time I don't mess up and waste all of my dice. But if you have the suspending for it, this is a good way to get some Orange Revolution mats. Really good. And then we have a family race. These they mention in the dev notes. They're going to restrict it to only using units from a specific family. I would expect Khun, because other than the Khun family, we don't really have a lot of units of the other ones. Maybe Lopobia, maybe Ari, we have all the siblings. But I don't know, probably it's not enough. We'll see. But it could be fun, unless they mess it up. Now, over to the important stuff. We have the rerun of Gustang. I think they picked a bad moment to do it because now people don't really have a lot of resources, and I don't know, releasing it with a SSR Plus support is not that great for us, or at least for people that have to summon on Gustang. But it is what it is, so for the next update, you can expect to be able to summon on Gustang. They also mentioned there are going to be reruns for Chomrei and Urek, obviously, but there is no date for those, so we don't know when. And we have the special summon for the 2 new units, that's a given. Then we have the secret recruitment roster or lineup. The highlight of this one is going to be Alfin. That is your number 1 priority, definitely go for that unit. Second priority is probably Karaka, I would say. Not the best unit, but it's still usable and quite useful at times. Especially if you have SSR plus Yura and Rachel, they make a very good combo. Then I would say third priority would be Data Kun Asensio. After the Revolution buff, is fine as a frontline unit, not too useful, doesn't provide a lot, but at the very least it can stay alive, so it is not totally worthless. Then we have Awakened Rock and Ren that I would say you can skip them, they're not really that useful. So again, Alfin number 1, Karaka I would say number 2, and Asensio number 3. That would be my priority, and yeah. Then we have, okay, stuff for returning player, nothing much. New bundles, okay. 2 new costumes. Now the costume they showed us that I thought was for Arya or Alfin ended up being for Alfin. So, okay. I don't know why there is a second costume for Alfin, but I would say it's okay. It's a paid one, so it's not free. You will only get it if you buy the check-in pass with the skin, and that's it. Then there are the usual autumn-related costumes that are going to be re-released, and that's about it. So that's all for the maintenance. Now let's go and look at the kit reveal. We're going to watch the video as usual, then we're going to read through the kit. I would say the base kit itself is nothing insane. Gives me like Data Gustan vibes, but definitely Revolution and Exodus will make it better. And we're also going to look at the video in the dev notes that is going to, at the very least, show something interesting. So here we are with the video. To be honest, I don't like the style, especially the hair and the outfit. Maybe it's just me. So purple support, okay. We have this skill, which is the same as the Tome skill from Gustan. So every bounce is going to double the amount of sweet fishes. Then we have a barrier with a triangle, fine, and an AoE buff as the special move. That's what it seems animation-wise. It's looking okay, cool. The animations are not bad, I would say. So let's stop it here. And now read what he actually does. So for the passive, he has like 3 lives, basically. The first time he dies, he's going to become invincible for a duration and recover a percentage of his attack as HP every second. The second time he takes fatal damage, he's going to become invincible for, again, another duration. And the Sweet Fish this time is going to recover HP for all allies. And the third time it takes fatal damage, he's going to deal damage to all enemies and inflict frost on them and then die. This part is going to be annoying as an enemy, more or less like a Zahard Exotic plus 30 that is going to cast a special move as the last thing. This is going to wipe out your team if you're not careful, but I would say it's not a problem most of the times. Then we have the first active skill is going to create a barrier based off of his attack. So attack might be important, but in general, barriers never last long. Your best bet is to give a barrier to a unit that has a hit barrier, so they don't actually damage the barrier itself. Like Rachel, unfortunately, or Hugo, or Chow, or units like that. And while the barrier is active, the target is immune to status effects, so this is definitely a nice effect to have if the unit is not already immune to it. The thing is that it focuses on the lowest HP allies. We don't know how many, probably a couple. So that's annoying. You cannot really target it on the units you want, but it's still better than nothing, probably. And when the barrier is removed or destroyed, it's going to deal damage to nearby enemies and inflict frost on them. So frost is a theme that was introduced with Ice Spear Khun Aguero, and XSR Plus Khun Aguero also has that. It's fine, it's not a bad debuff, it's going to freeze enemies and they won't really do much, so that's okay. Then we have the second active skill. This one is going to send the Sweet Fish against the enemies or allies. It's going to randomly select targets, exactly like the Tome skill from Gustang. And every time the Sweet Fish hit, it splits into 2 up to a number of times. And if the target is an ally, it's going to recover HP based off of Khun's attack and also buff their attack. And if the target is an enemy, it's going to deal damage and decrease the target defense. Now, this decrease better be quite high because due to the random nature, you're not likely going to stack it that much until the enemies are only like a couple. Then it could be a bit less random. But there are still allies in the mix, so the more allies you have, the more likely they are also to jump on them. I don't know, it's a bit too RNG. And if this percentage is low or needs a lot of stacks, then it could be garbage. If it's like maybe 60 or 50% and max 2 stacks, then it's quite good because you get to 100% defense decrease with only a couple of hits. It could be quite consistent. But if it's like, I don't know, 20%, 5 stacks, that could be pretty much garbage. But we'll see. Then we have the special move. This one is going to give flame power to all allies, excluding himself. A bit annoying, but okay. And he's going to increase their attack and defense by a percentage of Khun Aguero attack and defense. So it means you need to build attack and defense on this guy if you want to buff your allies a bit more. It's also good that it's going to provide it to all allies because it could double down with other units like, I don't know, Albelda or Icarus that give stats based off of their own stats, and this could be pretty solid. So why not? But yeah, it's not the best. We'll see. We'll see the amount. Maybe the percentage is so high that it doesn't matter, but I don't know. Kind of disappointed a little bit. Still decent. Then we have the core part of this, that is that when an ally that has flame power takes damage that reduces their HP below a threshold, they're going to recover HP based off of Khun Aguero max HP. This is also annoying because unless this HP is really high, like 300, 400%, when you're healing a unit like EX Urek that has 600% HP increase already in the passive plus other sources of it, then if this is like 100% of Gunagero max HP, that is probably 10, 15% of Urek max HP bar. So that's gonna suck. But who knows? We have to see the percentages to tell. This effect is basically a nerfed Bergamot, probably, and is not that great. And is obviously immune while casting a skill. Fine, that's common in a lot of skills. So not that big of a fan here, but we have the developer note. So if we look at that, I will just show the video briefly. Pay attention to this guy here in the middle. I don't recall his name. Nobody cares about him. And you will see that at a certain point it will give energy to Khun so that he uses the special move, like now. And that guy, look, the HP is like 5% now. It goes below that and he's fully healed back. And he had a bubble around him, as you can see. Seemed to last like a couple of seconds, 1, 2, yeah, like 2 seconds. So it becomes a Bari thanks to Revolution most likely, because this unit is 0 dupes, but Revolution 6. So Revolution is likely going to provide the invincibility when the effect procs. So exactly like Hiwa. And they also mentioned here, like here in this text, as you can see, it's translated very badly. So this unit is supposed to be a mix of Albelda and Iwa Yaon. So the only reason why I know it's Iwa is because of Healing Flame, obviously not Ren Rika, whatever. So you're going to have 2-second invincibility on all allies 1 time per special move cast. And you have the similarity to Albelda because it gives a percentage of his own stats to all allies when he uses a special move. So it's kind of like an AoE Albelda without the cooldown reduction, unless they also added cooldown reduction. It would be pretty dope. We'll see. But it's already looking quite strong. Off of the base kit alone, it was garbage, but this piece of information here with the invincibility when that effect procs, it changes everything. It's obviously a lot better. If it was just a Bergamot, that would have been garbage. But like this, pretty solid. And I don't think there is any reason to watch the rest because literally, this guy did nothing except for casting the special move. I don't think he even cast the special, like the active skill once. This is the special move, and that's it. No barrier active skill, no sweet fish that jumps around. No, okay, that one, he used it once. Okay, fine. It did use at least the sweet fish, but it literally did 2 jumps. So looking good. I mean, it's definitely going to be a great support unit. If that is the case, I'm looking forward to seeing what else they're going to add to his kit, because just the defense decrease and the sort of invincibility is enough for sure, also the attack and defense buff, but it would need also something more. I mean, I would expect something else. Maybe also a swiftness buff other than just the attack. Who knows? But yeah. Again, we'll have to wait Wednesday to tell, but he's looking like a solid pick. Definitely a unit worth pulling for, I would say. Now, one last thing before I finish the video. I said I was going to also look at XSR plus Khun Edahn here, and we're going to do that because they mentioned a few changes they made. So for Revolution here, that is obviously different from the base version. They strengthen the non-invasive zone. I think it's the domain that he has around to compensate for the lack of durability. And when he uses it, he gets a multi-time shield. So he gets a multi-hit barrier, which is good, and he recovers energy every second. That is really good. So basically what he's getting now from 2 revolutions is going to be merge into one, plus you get the like multi-hit barrier. So that's good. And then is going to apply also something to the passive, that the last normal attack hit that is supposed to do 20% max HP in the SSR Plus version, that only hit one enemy, will now hit everybody. So you get AoE max HP damage as the passive. Probably it's not going to be 20%. They will likely reduce it to 15, maybe 10. But the fact that it is AoE, it's pretty cool, I would say. So there is a lot of potential. L is going to be best in slot on this guy 100%. His durability is going to be great, no doubt. And yeah, really, really good stuff. I really think this unit is going to be good, probably as much as SSR Plus Khun Edahn. I don't know if it's going to be better than SSR Plus Khun Edahn, but it could happen. It could happen. We'll see. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing which kind of percentages they're going to give to this guy base kit. Maybe instead of a 60% on his special move, it's going to go down to 50, and maybe instead of 20%, it's going to go down to 15% in the passive. But that is a lot of max HP damage, so I think it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be a great unit. And yeah, that's all guys for this video. I will see you guys tomorrow, I would say, with Arya's character review, and then we're going to wait for the update. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you guys then. Bye.